It might feel as though you are pretty content with your life, but deep inside you know you're not living to your fullest potential, and you do wish to change some things in your life. Do you ever feel as if your life is flying by, but you haven't really lived it yet? As if you live someone else's life and your life is on the pause and you're still sort of waiting to live your life. But the truth is that you don't even really know what you want to do anymore. It is never too late to start over. As long as you breathe, you have that opportunity. You don't have to become someone else different. Simply start taking these steps that we're gonna talk about. The feeling of not living your own life. How does it feel? The feeling of not living your own life may arise when you lack sense of purpose, when you don't feel any strong urge to self-actualize in any area of life. So you just basically end up doing the basic life chores that are on your plate, fill your days with doing things for others, not investing into your personal life in any way. Feeling trapped in a monotonous routine. When you are stuck in a routine, you try working out, you try treating yourself here and there, but on a big scheme of things, you still are just behind the scenes living someone else's life, doing someone else's chores, going around and round and round like in a vicious cycle, constantly prioritizing others' expectations over your own desires. It feels as if your entire life revolves only around doing things for your family members and people around you, fulfilling their desires, as if you don't really have any dreams and desires of your own anymore. And by now, it feels normal to you. It's not a big deal. I'm living my life, it's fine. And this is especially true for introverted people who naturally lean towards staying inside and sticking with their routine. They typically don't have close friends or consistent group of people who can sort of like encourage them and support during difficult days. And majority of people in this state would usually say like, it's too late for them to start anything now. We're talking about young people here, not like necessarily older generation. Recognizing this feeling that we just listed is the first step towards changing the situation. This is a very hard step to make. When we are faced with the reality, we tell ourselves that it's not all that dull and bad and I'm pretty content with my life. But let me ask you this. In 10 years, how do you see yourself? So you could easily say, I love my life and I live to the fullest. What kind of routine do you have? What people do you socialize with? How do you self-actualize? How do you feel about yourself? Asking these questions will help you realize that it is time to take control of your life and make big changes by taking these small steps. You need to separate yourself from everything you have been told by others and self-reflect. Self-reflection is the key to understanding what truly matters to you. Take time to reflect on your values, passions, and dreams. What brings you joy? What are your core beliefs? Clearly define what is your opinion and what has been imposed on you by others throughout all of these years. You've been told so many different things that you don't necessarily agree with. How you look, what you should be doing, what your worth is, and what you're capable of. Your beliefs and opinions matter and have weight. Do not think otherwise. If this is how you feel, validate it. Make your identity clear for yourself. When you define what you are, the next small step is to jot down meaningful goals and priorities. Doing this will give you purpose and direction to your days. Consider what you want to achieve in various areas such as personal growth, career, relationships, your well-being, traveling, volunteering. Then break down your goals into actionable steps and create a plan to work towards them. This is a separate task and it will take time. Google ideas on how to approach best each of those goals. Google just like that. Where to start self-growth, what books to read forums, and get some ideas so that you know how to go about it. Don't do it all at once. Start with your personal growth, for example. Take your time focusing on that alone, work through it, get in the groove, build your habits, get comfortable with it. Then when you're ready, add career planning or whatever else is important to you at that point. It will slowly snowball into a process of self-growth. By pursuing what truly matters to you, you basically begin living your life. It is important to establish healthy boundaries with others and prioritize your own needs first. Learn to say no to commitments that do not align with your values or deplete your energy. Throughout years, people are used to taking advantage of your inability to say no. Do your separate research on how to set healthy boundaries and learn to say no if you have trouble with that, and start implementing it into your life. It is very important to also be able to set boundaries within your family as well. Family members get used to you making everything happen at the snap of a finger, so you need to see what your family members can do without your involvement. Their own laundry, preparing easy meals for themselves, taking care of their little chores. I'm not saying it is easy, but the sooner you make your kids independent, the better for them. This goes out to your spouse as well. Serving each other is necessary and important in marriage, but having healthy boundaries isn't any less important. By setting boundaries, you create space to focus on everything else that brings you fulfillment. Do not skip this step, it is very important. Creating time for self-care and self-exploration. This isn't about using makeup, skincare, getting massages, although quite important. I am talking about much deeper self-care, mind growth. Dedicate time each day or each week, depending on your schedule, to nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. It can be practicing mindfulness, which I speak of mindfulness in practically every one of my videos. Learn to do everything in your life mindfully. Washing dishes, eating, driving, doing chores, talking, spending time with people, form new habits and try new hobbies, journaling, or simply taking time to relax and recharge. And notice this, it cannot be just mindless iPhone scrolling. It has to be a dedicated, mindful time for your mind. Pray, rethink, reflect, adjust how you feel about things and how you do your daily life. Self-reflection has become a part of my daily life. I always self-reflect and make notes for myself, and I take my time to notice my growth or the things that I need to improve, and I take my time to think about it, to talk about it with my husband. I research on that, I read other people's experiences, I find some answers in Bible. I am focused on that. There are people who like to do life-changing transitions quietly by themselves. That way they can focus better and not feel pressured or have expectations from anyone. Some people though prefer to reach out to trusted friends, family members, or professionals. This is extra helpful if you can't start new habits or hobbies along the side of your friend or someone you trust and love. Do not isolate yourself, and if you feel at any point that you just need that little nudge of support, if you look carefully, you will see that one person who can help you out. So these are the small steps to take control of your life and live it in accordance with your true self. And most importantly, remember that change is a gradual process and it is never too late to renew your everyday life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more empowering content. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone. Mwah.